All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome to this regular called meeting of the Temple City Council. It is currently 5:07 p.m. Please rise as Miss Preston Myers leads us in the invocation and the Pledge of Allegiance tonight.
Start with the prayer, sweet girl.
Dear God, I thank you for this day. I thank you that everybody is happy and that everybody can be safe today, I hope. And that I'm glad that I have enough money to have a nice house and everybody's okay today. Amen.
Now lead us in the pledge.
Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the Bible, God, the only of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good job, Preston. Preston, how old are you? You're 8 years old? Good job. That was an appropriate prayer for Christmas time, too, wasn't it? I love it. Good job. All right.
Guys.
They're the best city council meeting attendees. They were in and out. They're gone. All right, very good. Next item is public comments. Citizens who desire to address the council on any matter may do so. We simply ask that you step to the podium and state your name for the record. Please understand that no discussion or final action will be taken, and also we ask that you, if possible, keep your comments to 3 minutes or less. So first up tonight, we are going to have Larry and Amy Boyles.
Thank you for having me. I've spoken on this before. It was item T on your list, the annexation of the 900 acres.
Yes.
What I'm basically coming today is I'm praying now because I've already begged. I'm going to pray. I pray that y'all have done due diligence when it comes to the environmental impact, because the property that I live on is only 13 acres, but I have 57 different species of animals that are propagated on my property. 57. That's hummingbirds, bobcats, squirrels, monarchs, great horned owls propagated. That's huge, because you got to think of 900 acres. There's millions of animals that y'all are going to lose or scare off or run off. But 57 different animals. How can this, what's happening, ensure that we're going to have less nature? In other words, what's the city going to do to replace the 900 acres of animals that are going to just disappear? They'll be either run over, squashed, have no place to go, get eaten by other predators, whatever. I just, like I said, I'm praying now, I'm not begging, and I pray that everybody involved with the situation as far as the annexion did their homework and their due diligence to make sure there's not any conflict of interest. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Dr. John Asbury? Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am, are you going to speak also?
I would like to.
Yes, please do. I'm sorry.
Thank you so much. So as my husband just said, we have a lot of animals and nature on just our 13 acres, and the 900 acres that y'all are fixing to bulldoze is going to have a huge impact on what we have in our nice rural area that we moved to on purpose, not an urban area, not an industrial area. So I would like to know how you plan on replacing those 900 acres that were improved pastures, cropland, those homes, all of those parcels that are listed had homes on them or had pasture land, cropland, things like that. And obviously that's all gonna disappear. Also, I'd like to pose the question as to why members of this city council who are also on the board of directors of the TEDC have not abstained from these votes and putting their 2 cents in, because it seems like one hand is definitely washing the other.
Okay, I can address some of that. And Lutz?
Yes.
Yes, Mr. Lutz came and
Mr.
spoke during
Lutz.
workshop and kind of had some of the same concerns. It's not going to be bulldozed tomorrow. It has been purchased by the Economic Development Corporation, and for the purpose of economic development. So at some point, that will, over time, those will become industrial sites. That is simply what the Temple Economic Development Corporation does. But it's not going to happen tomorrow. The decision has been made. It's just administratively, it's just easier to go ahead and annex everything in now instead of doing it, 1 or 2 or 300 acres at a time. So that addresses the portion of the fact that it's not going to be bulldozed tomorrow. Number 2 is that as I sit on the both the executive board and the regular board of the Temple Economic Development Corporation, Mayor Pro Tem Walker sits on the full board of the Temple Economic Development Corporation, and we are in those positions because we are council members. So it's not a matter of one hand washing the other. It's not a matter of some strange cross-pollination that is out of line with what's required. The City of Temple funds most of the Temple Economic Development Corporation, and as the mayor and a council member, it's our responsibility to sit on those boards to assure that, to protect the city's interests. Okay?
Thank you.
You bet. Thank you. Dr. Asbury?
John Asbury, 4001 Dove Lane, Temple, Texas. Thank you for letting me be here, Mayor, Councilman. Wish you a happy holiday. I'm here on item 0462, which is basically the design of the Tower Road going from the Loop to Oscar Road at this point. And if you remember, Tower Road is adjacent to the Little Prairie Park out there, the area of about 30, 40 acres, which has never been farmed.
Yes,
it's
sir.
been grazed at this point, and it's full of native pastures, kind of like their point there. It's always been there at this point. And you're planning on straightening out Tower Road in the next few years. And I would like to ask, as they develop the plans for this, can they go ahead and make the plans for the Little Prairie Park also for a parking lot and update also? It's not going to cost you much more to do that than the whole project is going to be. And what we really need is just a small parking lot, some fencing, and maybe a kiosk. So it's not going to be expensive to put that in this project if you want to. And if it doesn't get done this time, I don't know when it's going to get done. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Roy Rhodes?
Yeah, my name is Roy Rhodes. Thank you. Yeah, I'm here with the pastor of Impact Church, and I know in our last council meeting I wasn't able to be here, but there were some comments made from the public about warming shelters, and I thought I'd share my perspective on that. So we have in the last 6 years run a warming shelter for folks who need a warm place to sleep overnight on dangerously cold nights. This year, the fire department made the decision not to allow us to do that until we update our building with the fire suppression system. So we are not operating that this year. Now, we understand the legalities and liabilities that came with that decision. We know that the fire department's goals and our goals are the same, that we're just trying to keep people safe. So we are going to be working to raise money so that we can do that. We just can't do that this year. Last council meeting, some concerns were raised about folks staying at the agreement with the Salvation Army, who has really stepped up to serve as the warming shelter. The Salvation Army has a couple of limitations on people who can stay there. For example, if somebody's a registered sex offender, they're not able to stay there, or if they've ever been removed from the premises by law enforcement. These restrictions make absolute sense given the work that the Salvation Army does, especially working with families and kids. And then the city management and Feed My Sheep have come alongside them, offering some support and help with pets. And I just want to say that we're grateful for all that. We are going to continue, the church and other agencies, we're continuing to work for other solutions for the folks who can't stay there. And hopefully we'll have some solutions for when a real cold weather emergency hits us. But we love serving our community with warming shelters. We love working to help people through cold winter nights, and we're going to be working hard to be equipped for next year. So I just wanted to come and express my gratitude to the support that we received from city government over the last couple of years and from our larger community. And Warming Shelter stressed the importance of having comprehensive solutions for homelessness. And so need to take the opportunity to plug the Little Flock community development, that project is really important and is an answer to prayers. Thank you very much.
Roy, before you step away, on
Yeah.
behalf of myself and the city council, I know the warming shelter situation didn't work out this year, but I want everyone to know here, and I want to say it publicly, how much we appreciate the work that Impact Church does. Y'all intentionally take a challenging population and you minister to them in a way that we're called to do. And so I thank you for that. I'll never forget the times I went by the shelter during Winter Storm Uri, and you had a full house. And everyone was doing well, entertained, well-fed. Y'all did a great job. And I just want you to know how much I appreciate the work that you guys have done right here in downtown Temple.
Thank you. We're looking forward to getting back to it.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Is it Dorothy Babick? Is that right, Babick?
Hi, council members. My name's Dorothy Babick. I was here once before. It was in September. I'm a new resident to Texas, and I guess I was complaining about what I bought, 'cause I bought it, sight unseen, and anyway, it turns out to be quite a problem, not just the neighborhood, but the utility bills. They're killing me. They're killing me. My water bill to date, since I got my foot in Texas, have been over $1,000. I have it broken down by the month. I have every single bill. And I got the bill in November to pay. I had so many overdraft fees for other bills in October that I could not pay my November bill. It was either 5 or 6. Okay, I'm a little nervous, so I don't remember the number. But anyway, my water bills run over $100 a month, way over. So I wasn't able to pay it in November. They sent me the December bill. They eventually turned it off. A friend of mine came to my rescue, paid the bill, because now I'm backed up. With all those overdraft fees, that just threw my fixed income out of whack, okay? A friend paid $311.47 for water to get it turned back on for me. Now I live alone. I'm 70 years old. I don't water my grass. It's not even grass, actually. I don't know what it is down here, but it's not grass. How much water am I using? You would think I'm watering everybody's grass on the whole block. I don't understand. I don't understand, and I wish someone would find out what's the problem with that. Is it my water meter they got to read and figure out what's going on? I have a family member in Temple. That's why I moved here. 4 people. It's more than one family member. 4 people live in their house. Their bill is less than mine. Okay? Well, for 4 people, it's $126.59. Well, mine is always $134, $128, $111. What? How many showers do they think I take a day? I don't get it. Don't mean to be snide. The water bill is killing me, and now property taxes have come to me. And all those overdraft fees, my budget is in total disarray. I can't figure out the gas bills, why I got here like May 26th. And I can't figure these bills out either. I don't know what they're for, how much, why it's so much. So I would I'll give you my address. I didn't want to do it publicly because I do live alone. So other than, and I'll give my address and some
Ms.
pictures.
Babick, don't, just, give that to Ms. Llewellyn, or
Okay.
give Ms. Llewellyn
These
one of those
pictures-
bills.
I talked about the neighborhood when I came here in September. And I said, can't you clean up the alley or something like that? Well, I've been little by little working in my yard, and I went in the alley and tried to, found out that was my responsibility. I'm finding bones. These are not your typical dog bones. Now, I found a couple others. I don't know. I don't want it. I'm just saying, I found a couple others that, as I'm cleaning this brush in the alley behind my house where no one else does, it's like Beirut back there.
Ms. Myers, do we have someone in Public Works?
I don't know what kind of bone it is.
That can maybe go check for a leak or something?
Someone
like
said
that?
it could be.
Yeah.
I said, it looks like, I was a nurse. It looks like a human bone because it's a thick, long bone. We have, our stronger parts have thicker bones, but being the length of it, it could have been a child. I don't know.
The city will get someone by your house to check to see if you have maybe a leak in your, in the pipe somewhere between the house and the meter.
Okay.
And, because I think because that is a high bill for one person who doesn't water their grass, so.
Over $1,000 since May 26th.
Yeah, understood. We'll get
Okay.
somebody by there.
I believe that's it, except these violations, city violations that aren't followed up on, people parking on their lawns, dogs, people that don't do anything about their dog,
Yeah.
barking constantly through the day. Now, this is,
Ms. Babick, I don't mean to cut you off. You're limited to 3 minutes. You've been over, but yeah, and that's fine. You're fine. But like I said, the city will get somebody by your address. We'll check on that. We're not the gas company, right? We can't do anything about the gas, but we can sure take a look at the water.
okay, please.
Okay.
And the alley, like I said, I don't know. If I clean it up, it's senseless
I understand.
because no one else does.
Yes, ma'am. Yep,
It's just, I don't know.
understood.
All right, well, thank you for your time and
Sure.
listening to me.
You bet. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming and talking to us.
Thank you.
You bet.
You have a nice Christmas.
Thank you. Whitney Terrio?
I am not judged.
So I'm not actually Whitney, I'm part of the group, though. And I had talked to you about coming to present this.
Yep.
Do you need all of our names?
No.
Okay,
We know most of them.
yeah,
We
okay.
can find them if we need them.
So on behalf of the Central Texas chapter of the Association of the United States Army, it's our honor to recognize the city of Temple for its steadfast support of our soldiers, veterans, and their families. This plaque that we would like to present to you reflects our sincere appreciation for the city's 30-year commitment to being a strong community partner with AUSA and for the continued support you provide to us to serve and have served our nation. Thank you for standing with our Army and our military community. And we'd like to present this to you.
Ms. Riggin, you want a picture down front?
Sure.
Okay. And Mr. Rucker Preston.
Council, good evening. Rucker Preston with Family Promise of Bell County here in Temple. Would like to talk for a few minutes about the cameras known as the flock cameras. There's a camera very near to the Promise House where we serve families from our community who are in need, who are in our care. The camera has been there for quite a while now, and honestly, it's nice knowing that there are eyes on that corner near Family Promise for the sake of the safety of the children and the families that we serve, as well as the volunteers who come in the evenings. We've even had some comments from the families with this, that they know that our location is a safe one because of the camera right there. And they know that if we ever need to call the police will, for anything that might happen right in front of our building or our campus, the police will be there very quickly. They've always been quick to respond. We've always been very appreciative of their communication and just the support from the city. So, thank you.
Thank you, Rucker. Ms. Davis, did we talked in workshop that there might be some sort of handout that would be available, or is that where? Okay, and back there too? Okay. So I don't know who's been, reading the paper, but the city has had some press lately about the flock cameras that are been installed around town, and what functions those cameras may serve and what they may not serve. And so it's important to us that that everyone in town if they want to, has an understanding of the function of those cameras. So there's information at each of the doors whenever you leave. If you'll grab that, there's some kind of a fact sheet about what's how the city is deploying those cameras. And then there's also a link that you can follow that will end up going to I believe it's on the police department page. That will give you more information about that. So if anyone here is curious about that, wants to know more about that, be sure and pick up the info that's been provided. And Mr. Lutz, I think you want another bite at the apple?
Yes.
All righty.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. About 3 minutes or so,
Okay,
please.
once again, on that 900 acres on Old Howard Road, I suggested the council kind of postpone this for further analysis. You mentioned that there was what you thought was a transparency here, in the sense that, the landowner, the EDC, made the request to have you voluntarily annex the property. And that, I guess the council is in the opinion that this is what's needed to further expand the industrial park area for the city. But yet, maybe everybody else has the same question as I do. Maybe if the EDC, they've had some analyses of this need, maybe that would satisfy some of our concerns. Could that be obtained from them? You all have looked at these, I guess, apparently.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
And that project has been ongoing for 3 or 4 years.
Oh, I see, I didn't know
So,
that.
yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
But it wasn't shared with me or anyone else, I guess, that had these concerns. So basically, you're saying that that perceived need is just not perceived by you all. It's something that's actually been developed.
I'm not understanding.
Well,
This isn't something we can
the analysis, pardon?
Yes, this isn't something that we're able to discuss.
Publicly
It's
here?
not going to sound the way I want to. This is not the appropriate place. It's not allowed by law for you and I to have this open discussion around those types of things. But that information is available, and I would suggest you probably go to the Temple Economic Development Corporation website. There may be information there. Or frankly, if you at some point you want to, you can make an open records request and information be made,
And
will
I've done
be
that
made
already.
available to you then.
Yeah, I'd done that, I think, yesterday.
Okay.
Turn it into Miss
Yes, sir.
Llewellyn.
Yep.
Okay, well then, I guess also, back to your statement of maybe doing this all at once versus what I suggested, a little at a time. Y'all do this all the time, so, how is it a kind of a duplication of effort as such? I mean, I realize it's a duplication of effort, doing it all today versus 100 here, 100 here, 100 here, later down the road.
There's no advantage in spreading it out and having this show up multiple times. Whatever is going to happen on that land is what's going to happen on that land. And there's no advantage to the city, to the EDC, and there's no disadvantage or harm to the people that are out in that area to just go ahead and annex it all at one time.
Well, I guess most people's concern, mine too, is the potential impact that it may have on traffic, short-term, long-term, noise,
Yep.
just like goes on in the industrial park itself.
Yes, sir, and this is just an annexation. This is not a site plan review. This isn't anything that will ultimately end up, that this body can make decisions on regarding traffic flow or anything like that. This is simply changing the land from, in the record, so to speak, from ag to, I guess we're going light industrial. Yep. This is paperwork. Yes.
Just for clarification, the annexation has already occurred. That action was taken, finalized at your last council meeting, and this is the second reading of a rezoning.
Okay.
Right, and
Yep, you're right. I'm sorry.
delay the rezoning, keep some of it ag. I don't know what the resolution is.
I feel sure we'll move forward.
Right, yeah, I kind of thought that. All right, thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir. All right, moving on to a presentation for the fiscal year 2025 child safety funds collected in the amount of $99,709.70 from Bell County Tax Assessor Collector Shay Ludicky.
You got it right. Thank you, Mayor, Council. I'm Shay Ludicky. I'm your Bell County Tax Assessor Collector, and I'm here in my annual check presentation. Everybody loves it when I can hand out money instead of collect it. I don't believe Commissioner Reynolds made it to the meeting. He was supposed to be here with me, but I appreciate his support for this program. It's always a pleasure to be here. This year, we saw an 8.3% increase in the number of registrations in the county. We registered 333,600 vehicles. It's a 25,517 vehicle increase over FY24. So if you've seen a lot of traffic, we're registering a lot more vehicles this year than previous years. Overall in Bell County, we collected over $500,000. And these are $1.50 registration fees. These are, in your vehicle registrations, the $1.50 child safety fee is what this is. So $500,000 fees, that's quite a bit. Since the program started, Bell County has collected and distributed $9,685,141.98. Of that total, we allocated $1,921,063.29 to the city of Temple. The following is my standard paragraph that I read to you of how these funds can be used. As outlined in the Transportation Code, Chapter 502.403, the county tax assessor collector has the authority, with the approval from the Commissioners Court, to levy an additional $1.50 per vehicle registration, excluding those exempted by code. These funds are earmarked for existing crossing guard programs. In cases where a school district lacks a crossing guard program, the money may be allocated to initiatives promoting child safety, health, or nutrition. This includes support for child abuse prevention intervention, as well as drug and alcohol abuse prevention. Alternatively, the funds can be directed towards programs enhancing public safety and security as per Article 102.014G of the Code of Criminal Procedure. The check for this year's allocation, as you mentioned, is $99,709.70. A notification has also been sent to the Temple Independent School District. With that, it concludes my presentation, and I have almost a $100,000 check.
As we say every year, give it to Moneybag then. They don't let me touch it. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I think he only carries one of those a year. All right, next item is to recognize the 60th anniversary of the Friends of the Temple Public Library, Ms. Page and others. Do you want me to read my proclamation now, or wait? Okay.
That sounds great.
All right, so it's a proclamation, and it reads, from the office of the mayor of the city of Temple, it reads, whereas the Friends of the Temple Public Library was established in March 1965 at the historic Kyle Hotel, launching what has become a 6-decade tradition of volunteerism, philanthropy, and community support for the Temple Public Library. And whereas the Friends, under the leadership of their first president, Ms. Kiefer Sammy Marshall, grew rapidly in its inaugural year to 265 members and laid the foundation for a vibrant civic organization dedicated to advancing literacy, learning, and public access to information. And whereas throughout the 1960s and the 1970s, the Friends enriched the library's services by providing essential equipment such as 25 assembly room chairs, a coin-operated copier, a laminating machine, a printer, a listening table, and numerous improvements that have expanded public use and access. And whereas the Friends have long supported cultural and educational enrichment through the support of author visits, children's reading programs, and community events that foster imagination, engagement, and the love of learning for residents of all ages. Whereas in 1985, the Friends launched their first book sale, now a cherished Temple tradition, and the organization's primary fundraising event, generating more than $500,000 over the 40 years to support the library's programs, collections, and capital needs. And whereas the Friends have made transformative investments in the library, including a $75,000 library renovation in 1997, $100,000 toward the 2010 renovation, 15 years of annual director's wish list supporting total of up to $35,000 per year, and an $80,000 contribution toward a new bookmobile that debuted in January of 2025. These gifts help ensure that the library remains responsive, accessible, and innovative. Whereas, through the decades of dedication, the Friends of the Temple Public Library have strengthened literacy, expanded access to lifelong learning, and enriched the cultural life of Temple, ensuring that the library remains a welcome, responsive, and future-focused hub for the entire community. Now therefore I, Timothy A. Davis, Mayor of the City of Temple, Texas, do hereby proclaim December 18th, 2025 as a day to commemorate the 60th anniversary of the Friends of the Temple Public Library. In testimony whereof, I witness my hand on the seal of the City of Temple, Texas, on this 18th day of December 2025.
Very good. Thank you so much. As I'm the director of the Libraries and Museums for the City of Temple, Elizabeth Page, and I just want to thank Mayor and Council for this meaningful recognition, and for on behalf of the staff, which we have some members of the library staff here today. We want to thank the Friends, and they're represented here by, we'll take a photo in just a minute, but represented here by people who work every week, every day sometimes in the library to put on our sales and to support the library through the 2 sales every year, and as importantly, the advocacy in the community. So they truly do embody that spirit of investing in the community and have allowed generations of Temple residents to enjoy literacy, reading programs, and all the things that our community needs. So thank you, and thanks to them, and I'd love to take a photo if we could. Sure. With you, Mayor. Okay. And,
Don't run off, everybody.
May, Kathy Harrington, Virginia Campbell,
I'm Nancy Mills Mackey.
Bonnie Asbury,
John Asbury.
Erin Gaines, library employee.
Yeah, David Craig, library employee.
thank you for your continued support. We really appreciate everything that you do every day, so thank you. Thank you very much.
Paige? Elizabeth?
Oh, yes.
Next is the award the Merry and Bright Holiday Light Tour winner. And Heather, I have,
I'm here for support if you need.
well, I need you to announce the winner of the Merry and Bright Holiday Tour Award.
Oh, I thought you were doing it.
I don't know who it is.
It's on this trophy. That's helpful.
Is it?
They're also here.
Oh, it is. So
We're
about,
also gonna have a little preview so everyone can watch as
all
well.
right, I got a story.
Okay.
So about a month ago, my wife came home very excited that we needed to go buy these deer that she saw somewhere and put them in the front yard. So I went and spent a bunch of money on these deer, and I thought, we're gonna enter the contest this year. And then this morning, I saw the winner of the contest. I'm like, our deer wouldn't have stood a chance. We were nothing. It would have been embarrassment. So the City of Temple's 2025 Brightest Bulb in the Bunch Award is John Peterson. John, where are you? Step up. You can't just sit out there quietly. At 6739 Misty Creek Lane. I have 2 deer I'll sell him now. So this is it. This is the winner, or it's like this is the start. Yeah, you have 3 minutes for this.
It's the best time of the year. I don't know Sure.
No pressure.
No pressure. So we're at 6739 Misty Creek Lane, and here in Temple. And we moved here 3 years ago. I'm an Air Force veteran of 7 years and spent 26 years as a CIO for an insurance broker. And now I'm actually starting the Grout Medic of Temple, a new business out here. And this has been part of my life pretty much since we got married. We started with the static display and saw somebody had synchronized Trans-Siberian Orchestra Wizards in Winter. And I saw that, I was like, oh my gosh, I want to learn how to do that. So I set out to figure out how to get it done. And this is what the show's evolved to about 12 years now.
Christmas lights and technology.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
It's 3 different networks running, all kinds of programming and wiring and building, and did it all.
So
It's years worth. Each song on its own is about 100 hours to program. Because I have to do everything individually, when it's going to turn on, what color it's going to be.
and you have a real job too?
Yes.
So what I really want to know is where do you store all that stuff?
Fortunately, we have a big
I'm a
attic in
logistics
this
guy.
house
Okay.
over the garage,
Okay.
and then a lot of yellow toter bins that make a wall between the 1-car and the 2-car side.
And it takes about 4 of us to get all this stuff up and all this stuff.
Out of the attic. We just make a line and hand stuff down.
So are you just sweet or are you super into it also?
I support him. I stay out of his way. I'm smart.
No, congratulations. That's awesome.
Thank you
We love
very
it.
much.
You bet.
Thank
You bet.
you.
Uh-huh.
Happy to be a part of it.
Nice to meet you.
Thanks.
And we will be posting the video along with the post on Facebook, and we'll post the whole YouTube link so everyone can watch. If you aren't able to drive, you can watch it.
So do we know how many total entrants there were and like how many houses are going to be on the tour?
Yes. So the holiday lights map is at templetx.gov/holiday lights. You can see all the entries. We had 35 entries. We had a couple last minute as well that weren't a part of the contest but on the map. And yeah, we had over 600, 700 votes. What wasn't as close as we thought. Y'all had a lot. And they also did their own marketing on the City Watch page, I believe. And I was seeing a lot of the engagement. So
we saw other people doing it, and we're like, okay.
you got to get out there. Yeah.
Game on.
So all of those and Christmas trees around Temple are on that map on our website.
That's fun.
Is your deer on the map, Mayor?
No, I'm sure my deer are not on the map.
It's not too late.
In fact, one of them, 2 of the legs don't even light up anymore. I bet. I don't think I can afford you. So, all right. Now we'll actually start the meeting. Next item is the consent agenda. All items listed under this section are considered to be routine by the city council and may be enacted by one motion. If discussion is desired by any council member, that item may be removed from the consent agenda at the request of the council member and will be considered separately. During workshop, we agreed that we would be removing item from the consent agenda, item J, K, and Z for voting purposes. So council, unless unless we need to add any to that, I will entertain a motion on the consent agenda, which is items 6A through 6AM minus item J, K, and Z.
I move to approve the consent agenda items A through AM minus JK and Z.
I'll second it.
We have a motion by Councilmember Pilkington. We have a second by Mayor Pro Tem Walker. Council, please cast your vote. Is it showing up on anybody else's? Always happens when there's a delay in voting.
want to vote verbally, Carl? Do you want to vote?
Yes, I vote yes.
There we go. The consent agenda passes 5 votes yes, 0 votes no. Next is item J, which is to consider adopting a resolution authorizing a change order number 6 to the construction contract with R.T. Schneider Construction Company Limited of Temple for changes related to the construction of South P Ridge road improvements in the estimated amount of $103,489.48. Council, I'll entertain a motion on item J.
Move to approve item J.
Second.
We have a motion by Councilmember Grant. We have a second by Councilmember Kirkendall. Council, please cast your vote. Item J passes 4 votes yes, 0 votes no, and 1 abstention. Item K is to consider adopting a resolution authorizing change order number 1 to the construction contract with R.T. Schneider Construction Company Limited of Temple for design changes related to the construction of the North P Ridge Improvement Phase 1 in the estimated amount of $333,833.75. Council, I'll entertain a motion on item K.
Make a motion to approve item K.
Second.
We have a motion by Mayor Pro Tem Walker. We have a second by Councilmember Grant. Council, cast your vote. K passes 4 votes yes, 0 votes no, and 1 abstention. Item Z is to consider adopting a resolution authorizing the transfer of property located at 1018 East Avenue A to a qualified nonprofit organization to promote a public purpose for the city of Temple and authorizing the anticipated closing costs in the amount of $1,500. Council, if there's no question, I'll entertain a motion on item Z.
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion by Councilmember Kirkendall. We have a second by Councilmember Pilkington. Item Z passes 4 votes yes, 0 votes no, and 1 abstention. The last item is the first reading and a public hearing to consider adopting an ordinance authorizing a rezoning request from two-family dwelling to planned development, Temple Medical Educational District Neighborhood Edge Zone, with a development and site plan for a restaurant parking lot expansion on .19 plus or minus acres situated in the H.P. Robertson's Addition, Block 15, Lot 6, City of Temple, Bell County, Texas, addressed as 1208 South Main Street. Ms. Smith.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. So this property, as you can see here, is located between the alley, just off of South Main Street. It previously contained a residence, but that has since been demolished. The applicant is proposing to rezone this property to allow for restaurant parking for Old Jody's, so that would be an expansion of their current parking. This does support the needs of the restaurant as well as adjacent businesses that would be able to utilize this parking. The zoning does align with the existing parking lot, and I'll show you here in a second. So as I mentioned, Old Jody's Restaurant, this is specifically parking for them, but they have said that adjacent businesses would be able to utilize the parking if they so needed to, as well as for customers and employees. You can see that there was a previous PD zoning. The expanded capacity they have 39 current spaces. This would add an additional 15 spaces to the new lot. The yellow arrows that you see here, they would change some circulation, so that would allow for all interior circulation within this area and not require anyone to go out to the public roadway. And then the green shown on this addition is the landscaping that does comply with the TMED standards and is similar to the landscaping they have provided in their other parking areas. So here are some visuals of the property. You can see in the top left what the property looks like now today with no structure on it. On the top right, you can see the adjacent home next to it. the bottom left, some landscaping or median on that existing lot there where they have parking currently. And then the bottom right are homes that are across the street from it. So these are the different zonings that are within this area. As you can see directly south where the other parking currently is, that is zoned PD, T-Med. And so this zoning will complement that and be the exact same as what they have currently. This does comply with our comprehensive plan. T-Med serves a mixture of medical, clinics, offices, personal services, retail, restaurants. It has a portion in it that is shown as urban residential in the northern part, but for the most part, it's T-Med. And then the thoroughfare plan shows Main Street as a local street, East Avenue M as a minor arterial, and South First Street as a major arterial that provides a lot of access to this property. This property does have access to wastewater and water, but it is not needed for the parking lot. In the mobility review, we found that there were 50 crashes reported within a 5-year period. And then the traffic volume, you can see South First Street can hold a little under 15,000, and then Main Street at 2,700 and West Avenue M at 689. So there's some trip generation for weekday trips shown. A sit-down restaurant would be 643, where a fast food would drive-through would be 2805, and a retail plaza at 327. This really is just informational purposes for the mobility review because the additional parking is just going to help create solutions for parking needs and not add additional capacity. So going over the compliance summary, this is in compliance with all of our different plan documents that we have in place. We did send out public notification to everyone within 200 feet, and we received 1 response and agreement. So we do recommend approval of the rezoning from 2-family to planned development T-Med Neighborhood Edge. Subject to the following conditions, the development would need to be in compliance with the PD development site plan. Landscaping would need to comply with the T-Med standards. Parking for the restaurant would need to be paved and striped per the attached development or site plan. And if there is an event where there's a conflict between the site development plan and the text of the plan development ordinance, the stricter or more specific standard would apply. At the December 2nd Planning and Zoning Commission meeting, they unanimously voted in approval of the request by a vote of 5-0, and we recommend approval this evening. Happy to answer any questions.
Thank you. Counsel, anything for Ms. Smith?
I'm just grateful I won't have to dart across Avenue M anymore to get the best burger in town.
That's great.
Anything else? All right. I will entertain a motion on public hearing. This item is subject to a public hearing. Anyone wishing to speak on this matter may do so as you step to the podium. Jessica's already expressed her opinion. Yeah. Fried pickles. Yeah, fried pickles is it for me. So I'm hungry. Nobody? All right, then I will close the public hearing, and council, I'll entertain a motion on item 7.
I move to approve item 7.
Second.
We have a motion by Councilmember Grant. We have a second by Councilmember Pilkington. Council, please cast your vote. Item 7 passes 5 votes to 0. Before we dismiss tonight, I understand we have one Leadership Temple person here. You didn't think you were going to be called out tonight, did you? All right. I think everybody here is familiar with Leadership Temple, so I won't bother going through that. But if you don't mind, please stand up. Let us know who you are, where you work, and why you're in Leadership Temple. What are you getting out of it? Yeah. It's like deja vu for you, isn't it? Yeah. So are you enjoying leadership? Are you getting out of it what you hoped you would, or did you even have an expectation? Yeah. Good. Good. Uh-huh. Glad you're here. I know you have to be here to get something signed, but still, it's good that you're here. Okay. All right, with that, folks, I'll close the meeting. Before I do, I want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas, safe travel.